Hi, I'm Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to Impact. Each week we bring you information about exciting things that are happening right here in our community, and today will be no different. A while back, we had a chance to meet some ladies from the Junior League of Huntsville who shared information about all the great work that they're doing across this community. Well, today we're going to revisit that group who has an annual fundraiser, and we're going to tell you all about the Apple Annie fundraiser. This should be a lot of fun. I want to introduce you first to Ann Vasile, I'm sorry about that, Ann, who is president-elect of the organization. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
It's good to have you, and it's okay to relax here. We're all friendly here. We don't bite. Ronda Shickles is executive vice president. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
It's good to have both of you, and I always like to start from the beginning. We know we got a big fundraiser coming up, and you're really excited about that, and you want a lot of community energy and engagement. But first of all, let's start with the fundamentals. Tell me about Junior League again. What is it? Why is it, and how does it make a difference in our community?
Well, the Junior League of Huntsville was founded in 1949, and we are an organization of women committed to promoting volunteerism and improving the lives of women and children in Madison County. So what that means is that we are the boots on the ground training organization for all of your volunteer needs. We are not only a fundraising organization, we are a women's service organization, and we help out in schools, we help out with women's literacy initiatives, and this past year we were involved with the Huntsville Housing Authority with our one-on-one reading initiative at Butler Terrace, and that was a lot of fun with our members being fully engaged with that. And so this coming year, this fall, we are entering our 46th annual Apple Annie celebration.
And we're going to talk about that more in just a moment, but I want to talk a little bit more about Junior League. You said you get involved with various different projects. You mentioned literacy, you mentioned the Huntsville Housing Authority. How do you all determine what projects you're going to align yourselves with?
Well, the Junior League, going back to what Ann said, we started in 1949, and a lot of people don't realize the history of the league. We started in 1949 as the Grace Auxiliary, and it was 35 women who felt that there was a need for volunteerism in the community, and so they put together the Grace Auxiliary, which then became the Junior League of Huntsville. And so the Junior League was instrumental in starting Panoply. They partnered with the Arts Council to do that. They were instrumental in starting SciQuest when SciQuest was here. And we have taken on projects in different ways. The Harris Home for Children was actually started as the teen shelter, the Junior League Teen Shelter. The Junior League started that program, and then it became a project that needed to be run independently. So then the Harris Home took that project over. So there are different ways that the Junior League finds and selects the programs and the needs in their community. Part of that is people come to us because we're known for what we do. So people will see a need in the community and they think, oh, the Junior League can help us with this because that's what they do, that's what they're good at. We also, our membership gets a vote in what we do, so our members can bring things to us. We had a very broad focus of just helping women and children, and we've tried to narrow that down to be more impactful in the community. So our impact focus area now is literacy. So we try to focus our help in the community to have an impact on literacy, but that can be, when you think of literacy, a lot of people automatically think of reading, but that can be financial literacy. It can also be technology literacy. You have to be able to, use a computer in a literate way these days to even have a job, because a lot of job applications you have to be able to fill them out on a computer. So there's lots of ways that literacy impacts just day-to-day living. So the Junior League's focus area being literacy, we have really sort of tried to narrow how we're helping our community. But we also have people that apply for grants, and even our internal projects that we do that are run by us are done through grants. So we have people who apply for grants, and then we fund those through our fundraisers, which Apple Annie is a part of. So all of our fundraisers raise money for us to do our forward funding for our community outreach projects.
And I would imagine that with literacy being sort of the central focus of the organization and all of its many different dimensions, that you really look for those projects that align with those goals or with that goal, and look for organizations perhaps that have projects that would really kind of match up with what you're doing in order to preserve the integrity of the process.
Absolutely. We've been, this summer we partnered with the Community Foundation, a great organization.
It really is.
And we have partnered with them in a financial capacity, as well as we volunteered. We had members fill over 8 weeks. We had members fill, I think, 80 hours of volunteer.
80 hours of volunteer work through the Community Foundation's
SAIL project.
Oh, that's an awesome initiative.
Which
Yeah,
is Summer Adventures in Learning.
Yeah.
Between Huntsville City Schools, Madison City Schools, and Madison County Schools.
Right, and that's a bridge program basically, summer bridge
It is.
program that keeps kids engaged in reading so that they
combat
don't
learning
lose
loss.
that during the summer. Because it's real easy to do that, you know. We talk about vacation and stuff, and everybody's kind of focused on fun and doing alternative kinds of things. Got to make sure our kids stay engaged during that process. So it's really interesting that, you know, this organization's been around in this community for many, many years now. You're doing lots and lots of things. You're developing new partnerships and new opportunities to serve people, and you're constantly on the lookout for ways in which to do that. And I wanted to ask a question about membership, because, you know, people often think about membership having its privileges, and that one of the privileges that you get with an organization like Junior League is to serve. And does your membership represent just a cross-section of the community? Is there a screening process, and how does that process work?
So our membership applications are accepted every spring. Membership is open to any woman in Madison County or in Huntsville City and Madison City limits who has an interest in volunteering. And the applications are all done online. And we do have a sponsorship process. However, there are many women who are new to the area who may not know someone in the Junior League, but we can pair those women with a sponsor in the league. So even if they do not know someone who's in the league, but that woman who is interested does have an interest in volunteering with the Junior League and making those connections, then we are glad to hook them up with someone who's already in the league and who will be glad to sponsor them. And joining the league, in addition to making the connections with volunteering, we train civic leaders. So we train effective volunteers, but we are training the next class of civic leaders. And we are teaching women how to ask for money for their organization, how to ask for help for their organization, not just the Junior League, but perhaps they're working with their PTA or PTO at their school and they might need a donation. The training that they receive in the Junior League is invaluable to whatever other organization they're working with, be it in the nonprofit sector or in the private sector as well.
Yeah, especially since fundraising is such a huge part of so many people's lives.
Exactly.
I know that personally because I'm always engaged in it, and there is a way to do it.
There is a way to do it.
There's a strategy in that process.
And we can train these women how to ask effectively and get what they need.
Well, that alone is worth the price of admission, if I might
Right.
say.
Yeah. Right.
We think so.
We think so.
So every fall you have this big event. It's the Apple Annie Fundraiser. This is the 46th year that you're doing this.
Yes.
That's huge in itself. Tell us what this is.
Well, Apple Annie is it's a Huntsville institution. 46 years ago, a group of Junior League women donned red tights and denim skirts and stood on the courthouse square and sold apples.
Are there photos?
Yes.
Are they old photos?
They're black and white, but
there
they
are.
exist.
There are still photos. There are photos from last year, and we still wear red tights.
We wear red tights and our Junior League shirts, and we wear denim skirts. And we sell those apples, except we do sell Granny Smith and Honeycrisp. So we've evolved beyond just the simple Red Delicious apples. And
A
but
little variety.
we have a
We
little
do.
variety, and our gift baskets can include cider and koozies and apple caramels. So it's not just the apples, but the funds that we raise from the sales of apples, they go directly to impact our community projects. So what Rhonda was speaking about earlier with where we have our fingers in all of these community projects and partnerships with the United Way, with the Village of Promise, with the Community Foundation, Huntsville Housing Authority, the city schools, county schools, Madison City Schools. Any funds that we raise go directly back to those organizations because we are a volunteer organization. We have an administrative assistant, but we have a very small overhead because we are all volunteer. And so we are able to pour any money that we raise directly back into the community.
Yeah.
And Apple Annie is a huge component of that. And our members, our active members who are currently boots on the ground, our sustaining members who are members that have done all the dirty work and now can sit back and relax and attend parties a couple of times a year. But our active members and our sustaining members all sell apples.
Yeah.
And we sell apples online, we sell apples in person, and anyone is welcome. You call the league office, look on our website, and we
would love to sell
we
you
would
some
love
apples.
to sell you some apples to benefit our organization.
Yeah, well, you got a great product. You know, my mom used to always say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and it certainly seemed to work for her.
Right.
And you're, of course, doing this in a way that can promote the organization's efforts to provide quality of life issues for people around our community, which is an amazing thing. Whenever you see organizations committed to this type of thing for so long, it's a great thing to get behind. And so that people are watching today that want to know how they can perhaps support this initiative. Is there a length of time that this goes from until? And I know you mentioned an online presence or capability. Talk about how people can actually, that are watching today, can actually support you.
So our online is jlhuntsville.com, and if people can go online and send our info@jlhuntsville.com as our email address, and then we will set whoever emails us up with the appropriate person. Right now, there will also be an online link.
Apple sales
To
will be
order.
up by August the 14th.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that date.
Yes,
And
August the
then-
14th is our, they may be up sooner, but our drop dead date is August the 14th for Apple sales to be live at jlhuntsville.com.
And they'll go through when? Just
By the
definitely?
first of October.
1st of October.
1st of October. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to give people a parameter
Yes.
for planning and budgeting and stuff.
Because Apple Annie Day is October the 27th, but we have a hard deadline. The apples come fresh from Washington State, and we have had a long partnership with Jim Quillen of Quillen Produce, and Mr. Quillen has been wonderful to our organization through the years, and he lets us invade his warehouse, literally, and set up our orders in his cooler. And
Our members go into Quillen and actually pack all of our own orders.
Yeah.
Mr. Quillen does us a great service by helping us with the price of the apples, but our members actually go in, they pack the crates of apples, they pack up all the apples, we deliver all the apples. That is why you will see the ladies in the red shirts and the red tights all over town. We deliver the apples to your businesses, to your homes. And then the other, on Apple Annie Day, we actually have all of our members to tie into our literacy initiative. Our members go into the schools, and we have, they go in and they read books about apples. We actually have an Apple Annie book that they read to children, to school children. And then in the elementary schools, we actually have apples that we give to some of the school children. So that we can put a healthy snack in the hand of those school children, because if you're hungry, you can't learn to read.
Absolutely. Well, Apples for Everybody, and it's called Apple Annie Fundraiser for the Junior League of Huntsville.
And this year we're adding a party component.
Okay.
So we are going to have the cider celebration which is going to be a kickoff party. It will be open to the public. Tickets will be available online at jlhuntsville.com. And it is going to be, we will have cider tastings, and we will have a silent auction. And it's going to be a party to raise money for Apple Annie as well. But it will be a casual, fun party, and we're calling it the Cider Celebration, and it'll sort of be the kickoff to Apple Annie, and that will be September 21st.
All right, fantastic. Ronda Shickles is Executive Vice President of Junior League of Huntsville. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
And Vasile is President-elect. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you.
And again, that's jlhuntsville.com.
Yes.
Correct.
All right, fantastic. jlhuntsville.com. That's where you want to check out this information about this great event that is going to make a difference and has been making a difference in this community for 46 years. That's just so wonderful. That shows that there's a legacy of service established through this organization. Now, we hope that you will watch our video that you just saw on TV on our Facebook page, which is Impact with Kenny Anderson, where you can not only see a video of the show that you just watched, but you can also see some behind-the-scenes shots of what happens once the camera stops rolling. For Impact, I'm Kenny Anderson. Have a great day.